Howdy y'all, Dean Stilley here from the official home of unofficial Grateful Dead and music news. Reporting on night 3 for Dead & Company in Mexico. I guess night 4 of the whole playing in the sand deal. It's all over. I'm a little bit grateful for that. I don't have to feel like I'm missing shit anymore. Everyone will be heading to the airport. You'll be taking pictures of the thermostat in your car when you get home. And zero off to look at that shit, as if I give a fuck. Anyway, the band takes the stage tonight. All you guys look like you've been playing in the sand. You tan, you looking good, you're feeling good. Mayor gets up there, he looks like a jar of mayonnaise, for crying out loud. I don't think he's got a stitch of sun since he's been to Mexico. Either that, he wears an ass load of sunscreen, but boy, he could stand next to a block of blue cheese and hide. You might not see him. Anyway, this show gets kicked off. You get Sugar Mags. That's a fun way to get things started. It wasn't the most fluid or tight experience that you're going to have as far as Sugar Mags goes, but it's a nice way to get things underway. You get Bertha next. Tonight wasn't going to be a lot of huge surprises. You pretty much know the repertoire and you know what's left. So not going to be a lot of huge surprises about what gets played tonight. That's fairly obvious. Anyway, best thing about Bertha, they finally get the fucking ending right. They finally went and listened to some old tapes and got the ending of Bertha right. So that was refreshing. Love that. I noticed right away the mix once again. I guess the MVP of the weekend might go to Derek there mixing things. Boy, it sounded good. Oteil, he was up all weekend. That's as prominent as he's been in the mix in the history of the band, and I thought everything was better because of it. He was killing it. Oteil was killing it all weekend long. You really could hear him with him all up in the mix like that. Out of Bertha, you get Good Lovin', a little old school Bertha Good Lovin'. I get happy because on the stream, somebody got the Bruce Grossman's head on the stick. And Bruce Grossman, a wonderful brother, he graduated from the earth, I guess, during the last playing in the sand. So anyway, it was great to see Bruce's head on the stick there during Good Lovin'. I saw it a couple times throughout the night. Made me happy. Bruce, you're out there floating around, probably making magical shit happen for people. You're a beautiful man and I love you. Brown Eyed Women's up next. That's no surprise. That's one of John's favorites and that hadn't been heard, so everyone was going to get an ear on that. You get Loser next. You know, Weir did his thing on that. Sugar-E, that's a good time. Sugar-E's always a good time for these guys. I got happy during Sugar-E because after some of the furious jams that took place, the camera pans and I see my friend Tracy and Dave and Robin, and I see everyone down there up front, Clamworthy, Debbie V, so they're all down there just having the time of their life, and when they're that happy, I see it makes me that happy, and so anyway, I'm glad we could all be so fucking happy. After Sugar-E, you get Sunshine Daydream. So there you go, you get your little Sugar Smack sandwich there for the first set. Nothing wrong with that. The end of Sunshine Daydream, they just ran it out of batteries. It was like a car that had no gas left and they just ran it till it stopped. It was the ending of that. They get fan the strings and Billy hitting shit and usually Mickey waving those dildos around. They usually beat the hell out of the end of Sunshine Daydream. They just let it just stop on its own. It just ran out of gas and stopped on its own. So during intermission, I don't know if anybody was twirling fire or shit like that. I went and did some things around the house here, checked on the kids, made sure everything was still intact. No surprise. Listen, they come out for the second set, you know what you're getting pretty much. Scarlet Fire, you know that's coming, and that's just fine with me. I mean, if you know Scarlet Fire's coming, it's much better than knowing the fucking Wait's coming or something like that. So anyway, you got a feeling it's probably going to be something like Scarlet Fire. To come out, you get the Scarlet Fire. The Scarlet Fire is tremendous. The jams throughout. John taking his time. Really, John is learning how to bend the music and bend time with his guitar. Really, just improving all the time. Just a master on the guitar. and it was really evident through Scarlet and Fire. Those jams were exceptional. You get Dark Star next, and it wasn't going to let up there. That was some more just melting the shit down, a little bit of great confusing jams going on in there. Him and Caminti all night doing musical body shots off of each other. I mean, they were practically sitting on each other's fucking lap during Dark Star, and that's cute. You get Althea, which is, you know, that one's, I guess, for Dead and Company, a second set too. And that was good. John, he did his best trying to work that out. Maybe not the most electric Althea you're ever going to hear in your life, but you know, some vocal liberties that maybe didn't work so hot but come across so smooth. But the jams were fine, the song was good. You get Dark Star, Althea, Dark Star. That's a good sandwich there. That's a motherfucking sandwich worth eating. Dark Star, Althea, Dark Star. You figure just let the guys bang on the drums now, and they give you play, and there you go. Not another one, not a huge surprise. The event's named after it, so I guess you feel obligated to play that shit at some point, and so they dropped that right before Drums in Space. So you got a lot to be happy about prior to Drums in Space. I don't think it was necessarily the grooviest shit I ever heard in my life, but I was enjoying myself. I thought the list was great, and I thought they were playing it pretty good. Drums with Oteil was that was fun. They were beating the hell out of everything they had there, and they got a lot of shit. Mickey spent a lot of time working on things before he got to the Beam. Loved the Beam segment. It's a workout for my subwoofer. It fills this room. That's a fat experience when Mickey starts playing with the Beam. Anyway, the other one out of that, another one, not a big surprise. I mean, we kind of know what's left. You know what you're going to get, more or less. There's a big, beautiful full moon all night long that they're showing on the stream. People are taking pictures of and posting on social media. So the big, beautiful moon, naturally getting standing on the moon. Kind of would be wrong to play anything else. And Weir was okay on that. That's all to say about that. Casey Jones to close it. That one's a fun one. Listen, it seemed like maybe they were just pooped or something. Maybe they're just too over-relaxed or something. The song list was great. It was played good. But the Casey Jones seemed like that train needed some more cocaine or something like that. Anyway, you think, well, maybe they're tired, they'll be lazy. No lazy there. They come out, you get Eyes for the first part of your encore. Eyes, one of those tunes you thought for sure you're going to get this weekend. At that point, when the show comes to a close and you got encores, you're probably not expecting Eyes. You get it in all its glory. Oteil, unbelievable on that. There was multiple times throughout, you know, the night with him up in the mix that you could hear some crazy stuff coming off of his fingers, and Eyes was a lot like that. He was expressing his soul through his instrument, and it was evident. That was some good stuff. Jams throughout that are always great. You get Werewolves next. You know, Broadway Bob on Werewolves. Well, you get Werewolves, and it's a full moon. They sound checked it, so it was probably pretty evident they were going to play Werewolves at some point. Anyway, there's the wrap up. In all, I think my favorite night might have been night one. I know we all have different thoughts and feelings, and people have different experiences, where you were, who was with you, it's just the whole energy of the universe around you, all that shit. People have different experiences. I thought they were all, the song lists were great. I thought they were played pretty good all the way through. This is a great sign of things to come with Summer Tour. It'll be here before you know it. And I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, we'll see you somewhere. Mexico's over. Nothing left but a credit card bill coming next month. And when my credit card bill comes, man, I'll be a happy motherfucker. I'm going to open that up. It's going to be like $400. I'm going to be a happy motherfucker. Anyway, who gives a shit, really? Thanks for following. Love you forever. Talk to you soon.